Welcome back to another episode of the Owl Pod. I'm your host, David Litvin. Alongside me, my beloved co-host,
Amelia, right?
And today, we have a very special episode for you. Not only are we going to give you the full recap of what happened in Temple Athletics, we're going to bring you a special guest from the women's soccer team. 3-year starter, goalkeeper, Tamsin Bynoe.
Bynoe. we just practiced his name and he's struggling with it, but
I think from now on you're going to pronounce the guests.
You always struggle with
and
the
last
names.
I usually don't struggle with names, but
Lucas was pretty hard for you. Too.
Once you hit record, I guess that all goes out.
Yeah.
But before we get into our interview with Tamsin, let's start with a brief recap of the Owls in action. Let's start with the old homecoming football match against the Navy midshipmen. It's a pretty exciting afternoon down at the link.
Yeah.
I know I got there plenty of time before the game.
Yep.
Got a little team tailgate.
Me as well.
It was, as soon as I pulled up to the link, I just knew the atmosphere, it was going to feel a little different than previous games. What were your kind of feelings and thoughts heading into the link?
I mean, I think only the line was crazy to get into the game. Like, we've gone to a few games earlier this year, and like I thought those were a great turnout, but this was just exceeded my expectations.
It was different, and we'll get into what actually happened on the field. But before we do that, I just want to say, leaving the game was the first time that I've driven there and had to wait like an Eagles game to get out of the parking lot. Like, it was 20 to 30
lot
minutes.
K?
I was in lot M, so not
Okay.
even lot K. I was in lot M and had to wait like 20 minutes because there was such a big line of people leaving the stadium. So that just shows not only people went to the game, but they stayed for the duration of the game. So I thought that was great.
Huge.
The tailgates were fun. The vibes were high. Then the Owls took the field and they got off to a hot start.
Yeah, great first half.
Yeah, great first half. They went down 7-0. They came back. They were up at halftime. Came out second half. It was going to be a battle. We knew that. This one came down to the wire. With a minute 16 left, Temple scored a touchdown to go up 7. Navy was a 4th and short with about 40 seconds left in the game. They ripped
we don't
off.
need to talk about that, David.
Ripped off a long run. Well, we're just giving a recap.
Yeah. But
And
it still hurts.
Converted a 2-point conversion. It was a tough loss. Probably the most heartbreaking loss I've experienced as a Temple Owl fan.
Yeah, but it was a great game.
But yeah, and if you look at us compared to last year, there's no doubt team's better, team's improving. I still have faith that we can rattle off 3 wins.
Oh yeah.
Starts this week as the Owls head down to Charlotte, take on the 49ers on the road, which is a very winnable game. And you win that game, you come back against Tulsa, and then you only have to win one more game. So I think, looking at the remaining schedule, there's a couple hard games down the road, but next 2 certainly winnable, and puts us, if we win those 2 games, only 1 game away from a bowl eligible season, which would be amazing in Coach Keeler's first season as the head coach of the Temple football team. So disappointing result, but optimistic still about the future of this program, and pretty exciting afternoon overall down at the link.
Yeah, and moving on from that great game, and honestly, with how good the American Conference is doing this year, like, I don't think that gets talked about enough, and like Temple's exceeding expectations.
And they're hanging in there.
Yeah, so great fight from the Owls. Proud of them as always. Next, let's move to women's soccer. They went down to ECU this week, and they lost 2-0. Also took a 2-0 loss to Charlotte. They have some rest and recovery this week. I think it's needed. I believe there's some injuries on the team. I think it's been a long season so far for them, but then they're traveling down to UAB this week, and hopefully they can get back on the point sheet for the American Conference.
Yeah, they get an off week, and they had the UAB the following week, and I think it'd be good for the Owls to get some rest. Also, I think it's important to mention that if you look at, and I think we'll get into this in our conversation with Tamsin, but look at last year compared to this year. The games are a lot closer. Not just on the score sheet, but I think the Owls have played a lot of these games tougher, which, again, looking for that improvement year over year, and hopefully with the off week they can come back and hopefully close out the season strong. Let's talk Temple field hockey. 2 matches last week, including a big home conference game against UConn. A rematch of the Big East championship game from the previous season, and the Owls lost a tough one, 1-0. I spoke briefly
on a penalty shot.
It was.
Yeah.
I believe it was a penalty, and I spoke briefly with a couple of them after the match, and they seemed really optimistic about how they played, and it just seemed like they had a tough break with that penalty call, but they're right there, and I think it's always good when a team can have kind of a positive outlook coming off a tough loss. It just shows me
against a good team.
They have a lot of confidence in themselves, and I think that showed bouncing back on Sunday in the way they did, winning 6-0 at home versus Lockhaven. We mentioned it last week on the pod. This was not going to be one of the more challenging games on their schedule, but still good for the Owls to take care of business in that fashion.
6-0 is crazy.
6-0 is great.
And I think they had a lot of new people scoring, which is awesome to see everyone getting involved. I think sophomores scored 2 over first goals, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's exciting, and
Share the love.
They got to build that momentum coming into a week where they will head down to Old Dominion in Virginia on Friday, which is another big conference matchup for them. Big East this year in field hockey seems to be pretty competitive, so I think every conference game is going to be super important for the Owls. So hopefully they can stay on track against Old Dominion, and then they'll return to TSC at home on Sunday when they take on the Penn Quakers at 12 p.m., which will be, crosstown rivalry. We know how we feel about Penn on this pod.
Yeah, we've said we don't like Penn.
We don't like Penn on this podcast, so look for the Owls in action on Sunday at home, taking on the Penn Quakers. Let's talk.
We can talk more about the Penn Quakers here.
It's a great segue into our next team, men's soccer, who took on the Penn Quakers at home last Sunday. I was at this game, last Tuesday, excuse me. Last Tuesday at home. This was one of the more exciting soccer matches I've been at my time at Temple. Not only because we were playing Penn, but it was a great turnout from the crowd. A lot of student athletes in attendance, a lot of administration in attendance.
I think it was staff appreciation game. So
it was staff appreciation game. That's right there. Some of the staff were honored at halftime. I did notice that, and it was a really exciting match. Unfortunately, with about 6 minutes to go, Penn put one in the back of the net, take a 1-0 lead. The Owls were not able to answer, but overall, I think Temple had a lot of opportunities in this game, especially in the second half. I think they're right there. All these matches that they're in, it feels like a bad bounce one way or another determines the outcome, and unfortunately this season the ball hasn't bounced their way, but
they've been having some really great defense. I think in that game specifically I saw some crazy saves. I think Diego was in cage. I could be wrong about that because they're splitting the goalies times, but they've been having some really good defensive stands. They just need to find a way to get the ball in the back of the net.
They got to put balls in the back of the net. That's going to be the key as they move forward. And coming off that tough home loss against Penn, they took on Tulsa at home on Sunday, and again dropping that match 1-0, another close game. As we mentioned, I think the key for the rest of the year is how many goals can they score, because they're certainly not conceding many. Hopefully men's soccer can get it back on track this week as they travel to Memphis on Saturday, which I'm sure is going to be a tough game. I think Memphis is one of the better teams in the conference, so hopefully men's soccer can go on the road and get a point or two.
Yeah.
Or point or 3, I should say.
3 would always be nice, right?
3 would always be great.
Yeah. And last up, we're going to wrap up with some women's volleyball updates. They've been playing, honestly, really close in all their conference games. They were at home versus ECU. They lost 3-2. They came out really strong in that game. I was at that game. That was Friday afternoon, and they look good. They're very gritty. They're always fighting back into sets that I kind of think maybe they're done this set. But yeah, that's always a tough loss in 5 sets. And then they went down to Charlotte later last week, and they lost in 3-0. But again, like I said, all their sets are 26-28. They're really, really tough matches, and hopefully they can start getting on the other side of some of these sets that they're losing. They're heading down to Florida. Friday they play FAU, and then Sunday they're going to be playing at USF.
Yeah, hopefully the Owls can get back on track here this week. Like you mentioned, couple of tough, close losses at home, and hopefully they can flip the script and come away with 2 road dubs down in Florida. All right, well, that's it for last week's recap of Temple Athletics. Be sure to check back with us next week. We'll recap all the games we just referenced and some more. But let's hop into what you guys have been waiting for.
Our special guest.
Our special guest. I'll let you introduce our special guest.
Well, we said her name.
We already said her name, but I'm gonna butcher it. So
hopefully I say it right. Tamsin Bynoe is joining us today. You introduce your own name because now David's throwing me off.
I think I just ruined it for everybody.
All right. Well, Tamsin, goalkeeper, women's soccer team, junior, psychology major. You want to tell us a little bit about your story? Where are you from? How'd you get to Temple? How'd you get recruited? Give us a little bit of the insight, how to maybe say your name, and then also
give us the rundown. But please start with how you say your name.
You said it right. It's
Oh, then why'd you give me that look?
just
You scared me.
Yeah, Tamsin Bynoe. Yeah, Tamsin Bynoe. I am a English soccer player.
If you can't tell yet by the accent.
I feel like my accent's mellowed.
Okay.
I got to Temple in 2023. Before that, I was playing for Liverpool. Spent 2 years at Liverpool, 4 years at Manchester United before that, and decided that I wanted to continue getting experience at a high level whilst getting my education alongside it, and thought that coming to the States was the best for me to do that. It was the best option. So I decided to get myself an agent and see what the best fit for me was. Coming over here, I said that I always wanted to be in a city. That was one thing that I was like, whatever happens, I'm going to school in a city. So that worked out pretty perfect. Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you mentioned Liverpool. I didn't even know that you played for Liverpool or Manchester United. So maybe tell us a little bit about that experience over there in Liverpool, and then coming to the States where now you're, like you mentioned, you're getting education, you're studying psychology, you're in a big city. How is this experience certainly different from your previous?
Playing for Liverpool was amazing. I spent 2 years there. We played in the FA Plate final in my last year, which was amazing. We won that. Very different, like going to school and playing. It's kind of like playing club. So I'd go to school all day and then train in the evening, which was tough, like compared to over here. Like I go to training in the morning and class, and usually most of my classes I'm done by like 3 o'clock, which is nice. But I don't know, the experience over here is like, it's been life changing. It's opened so many doors for me that like I didn't even think were like an opportunity to have whilst I was at home. Yeah, that's great. And talking about your experience here now, you've been on the team for 3 years now. Talk to us a little bit about your team this year compared to last year, maybe the year prior. Just from what you're seeing, obviously you're a goalkeeper. You have the advantage of seeing the entire field. You probably have good insight on how the team's playing compared to years prior. So what are you seeing on the field? Obviously, we come on here, we talk about the results, we talk about how your team's doing, but give the listeners kind of a deeper sense of what's going on out there. I think this year compared to the other years, we have a lot of young players on our team. I mean, the majority of our starting lineup is underclassmen, which like some people think is a bit scary, but actually like I just like as a goalkeeper when I'm playing with them, I see a lot of potential of what the program can be in the next couple of years. Obviously, since I've been here, I've never had a winning season, but the team is just improving like every year. And it looks really positive compared to last year, you know, scoring more goals. Obviously, we've got one more win this year so far. We've got 3 games to go, so maybe we can get 3 more wins, who knows. But, yeah, it's positive. Everything's positive.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think one thing that's interesting about kind of your experience in the States, and this might be what you were alluding to earlier, is the opportunity to play your sport over the summer, and correct me if I'm wrong, in like a semi-professional way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a bit unique, especially for my sport, just thinking about it. I know this past summer you had the opportunity to play down in North Carolina. Were you in Greenville? Where
Asheville.
Asheville.
Yeah.
You're in Asheville, North Carolina, playing semi-professional. Tell the audience a little about that experience, what that was like, and maybe how you got introduced to that and how maybe that helped you for this season or prepared you for the upcoming season.
Well, my freshman year summer I went home. My old captain Phoebe was like, you should probably stay over summer because obviously we pretty much get straight back into it in July. She's like, you should probably stay over summer. It's a good way to keep fit. Try and play on a summer team. And I don't think either of us were like thinking about Asheville like when we started looking at staying over summer, and then it just happened that like the head coach was like he'll have us both, and then it just turned out to be like one of the best summers I've ever had. Like everyone there had like such a great mentality towards winning. The coaching staff, every player had a similar goal of like they want to go pro or they've been pro. So like it was almost like losing wasn't an option. Like every single game, like we had to win. And I mean that showed. We were ranked number 1 in the country at one point. Obviously made it all the way to the semis. It was just a great opportunity and a great experience, and created so many connections that I wouldn't have created if I'd have gone home.
Yeah, that sounds like a really positive experience. That kind of brings me into my last question for you here is, you mentioned some of the players on your team even had played professional. Is that something that you're hoping to do? I know you still have a year plus left with the Owls, but kind of looking ahead now, I know you said you played for Liverpool Academy, you played for Manchester United Academy. Is playing professional soccer ultimately your end goal? And if so, like what would that kind of look like?
Yeah, definitely. That's plan A, is to go pro. Whether it's here or at home. Obviously, I'd love to go back home and play for the clubs that I've played for previously, but it's not that easy. I'm hoping that with the experience that I get here and staying and playing for summer teams, I'd create connections and give myself the best chance to go pro. If not, then psychology.
Psychology it is.
Psychology is where it's at, yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming on the podcast. We'd love for you to stick around because our next segment, Temple Takes.
Everyone's favorite segment.
This
is where we'll really get to know Tamsin and her takes.
And we'll get to know
Tamsin Temple Takes.
Tamsin Temple Takes edition.
I like that.
Amelia, do you wanna explain how we've kind of set up Temple Takes?
Yeah. So today is a little bit different for our lovely loyal fans that keep coming back and listening to me and David. Today we're doing kind of like this or that instead of the overrated, underrated. So we're doing Great Britain or England versus America. Yeah.
And
I'm excited.
These are all like pretty good, kind of like, I would say polar opposites, but I would say like differences between the two countries.
Yeah, and I went to England this summer. David has a connection to England, and then obviously Tamsin has a connection. So we know what we're talking about here.
I think we're well informed on this podcast. So let's kick it off with our first take, which is biscuits or cookies. Tamsin, why don't you start us off?
But British biscuits.
Yeah, British biscuits.
British biscuits, not American.
And what's the difference, Tamsin?
It's more like a cookie.
Yeah, well, yes,
yeah.
Agreed.
I feel like American biscuits are like salty scones.
That's
Scones.
so wrong as a Southern person. That like hurt my feelings.
Well,
but,
I know what you're talking about. Well, you can get the biscuits that you get at like KFC.
Yeah, that's like my biscuit.
They're like dry, or you get like, I know the biscuit that you're talking about.
Dry.
Bojangles.
Okay, but what's your choice here, Tamsin?
Oh, biscuit, obviously, biscuit.
And what's your favorite biscuit?
Custard cream.
Okay.
All right, I gotta ask a clarifying question. Are we talking about like the biscuits as you see in like Ted Lasso? You watched that show?
Yeah.
Like those kind of biscuits?
That's like shortbread.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with cookies. So.
Great.
I was just trying to give Ted Lasso a little shout out. No free sponsors, but Ted Lasso is great. Yeah, cookies are great. Put them in milk. Have them whenever.
You can put biscuits in milk.
Yeah, but it's just not the same. Like cookies clear.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really a take.
I'm agreeing here with David. I think I did like some of the biscuits that I had. I brought home digestives. I know you like those too.
I do like digestives.
But I'm taking a cookie over any those.
And like it has to be a chocolate chip cookie. Let me just explain that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you do oatmeal raisin, take a lap,
Okay,
please.
well, that's good. All right, let's go into our next one. Tea versus coffee.
Tea, obviously. Right.
Tamsin, are you going to have any hot takes here, or is it just going to be the English one? We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
You're gonna have to wait and find out.
David, you can go because I know you're going to have a take on this.
Mine's neither because I don't drink either, and I think both of them have disturbing qualities. Tea, I think I've had it on maybe twice. It just tastes like dirt.
Even English breakfast tea. Have you had English breakfast tea?
Yeah, like in a little cute cup, and you put like, yeah, I think I've had it.
Oh, did it have milk
Is
in
it called like tea time or something? Like that's what I went. It was like, this is tea hour or tea
No,
time.
it's English. It's English breakfast tea.
I don't know. I think I had it. I just don't like either. I just prefer water and orange juice at breakfast.
Okay. All right. I'm going coffee. I like nighttime tea. I'm gonna be honest. I think that like helps like calm me down. But yeah, coffee, especially iced coffee. I'm an iced coffee girl.
Like if it's daytime, I'm not gonna have a cup of tea. I'll have a coffee in day.
But like, what
if it's
flavor
nighttime.
tea do you like?
English breakfast tea.
That's like
That's the flavour. Like
What does it taste like?
Okay,
it
then I
tastes
didn't
like
have that.
it's,
Dirt water?
it's milky and it's sweet.
No,
dirt
but
water.
It looks. It just like something about like the appearance of it. Like
Coffee don't look good though.
yeah, I don't like coffee either. I haven't even got the coffee. You
David
cut me
doesn't
off.
mess with brown like liquids, I guess. Like, do
I
you like
know.
iced tea, sweet tea?
I do actually.
Okay.
It's not a color thing. It's just like tea just doesn't look appetizing when I look
I
at
could
it.
kind of give.
Like I
get
can't
that.
drink something with a bag in it. That's it.
Okay.
I'm
Take,
out.
oh my god, you take the bag out. Okay.
Okay. Well, we need to move on, I think. Next, we're going to go public transportation. So the tube, can you say it for me? Just
Tube.
versus SEPTA, which I don't know if these are really directly comparable, but they're as close as we could get, you know?
This is I'll start because this one, the tube is clear. Right?
Yeah.
Like the tube is unreal. You could take that thing wherever, and you're within like a 5-minute walk. Here we go. I'm a huge fan. They even tell you to mind the gap, which I appreciate. And I just the tube's awesome.
See, I like the tube. It's clean. It's nice. It gets you from like A to B. But I feel like there's so much life on the SEPTA. There's so much life on the SEPTA.
You like the family that like dances and like goes through?
If there was one take where I thought you'd like for sure not be on the American side, it would be this. But you're telling me
She likes it for the entertainment, not
Great.
for the...
like Great Britain wins, but like the SEPTA is like entertaining. There's,
Okay, I like that.
I actually appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm gonna also go tube, for the same reasons as David, I guess. No entertainment, but a lot of.
I'm okay with no entertainment on my public transportation.
Yeah, we have like phones we could go on and stuff like that. So, all right, next one we're gonna do Sunday roast versus barbecue.
Why don't you explain to our viewership? You want me to? I mean,
I can explain a Sunday roast. It's different from household to household, but like for me it'd be like chicken, beef, mashed potatoes, roast potatoes, broccoli, carrots and turnip, gravy,
This is all on one plate.
peas. Yeah.
do you want me to explain
Yorkshire
it?
pudding.
I can explain it much better.
I
It's
do
like
like Yorkshire.
it's like okay, this is gonna get controversial, but it's fine. It's like a poor man's Thanksgiving.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
No, it is. Like
No.
that, but it's just every
that
week.
sounds right.
It's
But
just every week.
week.
It's every week.
So yeah, but what?
Yeah.
We don't eat turkey though.
Okay, but like again,
have
instead of
ham,
turkey, it's
like-
chicken. But like it's like Thanksgiving, but everything's like kind of shrink down, and then they just put it on one plate instead of having like multiple dishes.
But we don't have pecan pie.
No pecan pie.
No.
Which is a major.
Wait, what
letdown.
is the dessert for Sunday roast? I usually go out. I usually go to like the pub for my Sunday roast when I'm in.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've never had like a home cooked Sunday roast?
Well, yeah, I don't have. My family lives in London, but they're not British, so I don't think it'd be
See,
appropriate for them
a
to cook
home
it.
cooked Sunday roast is very different to Toby Carvery, for example.
Okay, there
Okay,
you
I'm
go.
going barbecue. That's like obvious answer. That's my home Sunday roast, but I could have it whatever day I want. So that's automatically a dub.
Well, then I just change it from a Sunday roast to a roast dinner. I appreciate barbecue food though; it's gas.
Okay,
Do
Tuesday
you like
roast.
do you like vinegar barbecue or like honey like sweet barbecue?
I love a good like vinegar barbecue sauce, but I like all of them.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a barbecue guy, but
I tried like vinegar barbecue like this summer, and I was blown away because I always thought like, oh, I'm a sweet barbecue guy.
Yeah.
But then the vinegar one, like that
Yeah.
was like unreal.
Love, but I love like salty food, so I feel like that. Like,
But even though I was hating on Sunday roast, I actually really like Sunday roast.
Yeah.
The concept is great, but I'm just saying like, for our American audience, you can just think of it like
Yeah.
how I described earlier. I won't say it again because it was.
yeah, because she
was
did give you a glare.
It was a little mean.
All right, we're gonna stick with the food, and now we're gonna go full English breakfast versus Waffle House All-Star Breakfast. And for those that don't know, Waffle House All-Star Breakfast, this was me trying to connect like an American like full plate where you get everything like hash browns, waffle, eggs, bacon, and like anything you would want.
Ketchup.
Ketchup, if you want that.
Ketchup?
And then you explain what your full English breakfast is for those that don't know.
A full English breakfast has everything on it: bacon, sausages, eggs, black pudding, toast, mushrooms, tomatoes. That's about it.
Yeah, well, I heard black pudding, so I'm obligated to go to the Waffle House.
Anything but black pudding, please.
Prior
It's
to this,
great. Oh,
prior to
it's
this
so
recording,
good.
I learned what black pudding was, and I will keep that off my plate. So I will be sticking with the Waffle House All-Star Breakfast, which I've been to Waffle House. I mean, it's all right, but
It's so mid. Sorry.
yeah, but like I'm just gonna say like I think of American breakfast like some scrambled eggs, bacon, toast, some home fries. You didn't even say home fries.
Yes, but
What's home fries?
see, they have hash browns on there, so there's the hash brown connection as well.
Yeah.
Home fries are like roasted potatoes.
For breakfast.
Yeah,
But like cut up,
Oh.
like
it's great.
like Owl's Breakfast has them.
No free
I mean, I
sponsors.
probably had it before, but
Yeah, you probably have, but everyone just calls it different.
Actually,
things.
Owl Breakfast is a proud sponsor of at Temple Athletics, so shout out Owl Breakfast.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
Owl's Breakfast. I'm obviously going Waffle House. I actually like my fun fact is that there's 3 Waffle Houses within a mile of my house in Georgia, which is like a crazy poll.
You said 3?
3, yes. So that represents the love of my area and amazing greasy food.
Yeah.
And Tamsin, I'm guessing you're going full English.
Oh yeah, 100% all day.
'Cause as you said, I don't know if everyone heard. Let's all be mean to Tamsin because she said Waffle House is mid, which is crazy. Do you agree, David?
It
Yeah,
is.
I actually.
Oh
do.
my gosh.
It's
It's tight. It's okay.
Okay.
It's nice.
Okay. We need to move on. Let's stay on the food. Let's do jacket potato versus like a loaded potato.
Jacket potato wins. So much better.
Jacket potato. What do you get on your jacket potato?
Cheese and beans most of the time.
No crunchy onions.
I put onion on it.
Okay.
Butter.
Garlic butter.
No, not garlic butter.
Oh, garlic butter is amazing. Okay.
Facts. Garlic butter is sick. I'm a loaded potato guy. Although I haven't had one in a while. I just started liking sour cream though, so maybe I'll.
I look at you
that.
getting crazy.
I'll try that on my next loaded potato. I think they're good. I mean, it's not.
It's not like a superior side to you.
Yeah, like there are better sides. Like if you go to a restaurant, like okay, pick 3 sides, and then one of them's loaded potato. I'm not picking a loaded potato.
Okay. See, I love potatoes, so I really like both of these. And after 2 of my good friends are British, Tamsin and Phoebe, as she mentioned, and they made one for me last spring or something. And then when I went over there, I went to like famous jacket potato place. Then I made one this summer, and everyone hated on me. Like all my family was like, "That's so weird," but it's delicious.
Nice.
So I like both.
But which is better?
Like
Like if
Personally,
someone put in front of you a cheesy beanie jacket potato or a loaded potato right now, you'd eat the cheesy beanie jacket potato.
I probably eat both because I'm.
You got to give a take though. This is you can't go rate it. You know how underrated, overrated.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna go loaded potato just because
Oh my god!
sometimes there's too much beans on it and like it
There's
hurts my
no such
stomach.
thing. Oh my goodness!
Like I do. Wait, which place did I go? Spud Bros
Spud
in
Bros.
England. Oh my gosh. If it was that jacket potato, I would pick jacket potato.
Okay, so jacket potato wins.
Okay, but that's the best jacket potato like in the world.
I can make a better one.
Oh my gosh, then do it.
Okay.
let's go have jacket potato after.
I love
this.
how fired up you are over potatoes. This is awesome.
I think potatoes my favorite side in any form, but
Okay, yeah. You can make potatoes a million things. You can make French potato.
Never heard of that one, whatever that was.
The audience knows what I'm trying to say. They got me.
Okay, all right. We'll keep going with the potatoes. Fish and chips versus fried shrimp basket. Have you ever had fried shrimp, Tamsin?
No, but I know what it is, and I probably have had it before.
Is this just like shrimp tempura?
It's just like shrimp.
No.
Just shrimp
This
that's
is
been
like-
fried. It's in batter.
Yeah.
Okay, isn't that what shrimp tempura is?
Like,
In that
I would
sort
say
of.
shrimp tempura is like Chinese, like. Food.
It is. Okay.
But I guess.
I'm
like,
sorry. That was dumb.
But this is, I would say, like that's like if you're going to any beach town in the East Coast, they got a fried shrimp basket.
Yeah.
Like.
They definitely do.
Yeah, and I'm going fried shrimp basket. I love fried shrimp, and I was honestly a little underwhelmed when I had my fish and chips. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like crispy. It literally.
Was it
just fell
soggy?
apart on me. Yes,
Yeah.
soggy.
So it's a bad fish and chip place. Yeah. I honestly, I don't know what I'd pick because I do love fried shrimp. I also love fish and chips. If I was homesick, like I am all the time, I would pick fish and chips. But if it was like I'd just been home and I come to the States and I had fried shrimp and fish and chips in front of me, then I'd probably go fried shrimp.
That to me, that just says you prefer fried shrimp more.
No.
You just don't want to say it, but like you definitely prefer.
Well, we
fried
just
shrimp.
said I had to pick, so you have to pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't work like that.
Fried shrimp.
She said.
Yeah, if you guys didn't hear that, she said fried shrimp.
I'll make sure that's out there. It's fried
Yeah.
shrimp.
No.
All right, so last one, probably best one, I think.
Most relevant, I would say.
Most relevant, the most controversial. Football or football?
Football.
Football.
I would say football. Like I like. I
Wait,
grew
what's
up-
the debate? What's the debate? Is English football or American football better?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was the joke. Like,
football.
which one though? I'm saying
Football.
American football because.
It's English football.
American football is without a doubt a better product. I just don't think there's any way of.
A much more engaging watch and
Like,
fun.
I
watch.
grew up playing soccer.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like watching soccer or football, whatever, just for the audience sake, like watching British football is not entertaining. I can watch it,
Yeah, but
but it's not entertaining.
Nah, because listen, yeah, American football is so stop-start. It stops and then it goes and then it stops and then it goes and there's so many adverts but like English football is constant. There's always something going on, and yeah, there might be like one goal in a game, but at least it's like it doesn't stop and start.
Even though I gotta watch a couple commercials, it's like I could watch. The problem is I could watch a soccer match, and the entire match could be like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
With football,
especially if it ends 0-0.
With football, I can at least guarantee I'm getting action. Yeah, I might have to watch Whopper. Like, I might have to watch that commercial 8 times. But I know I'm watching an entertaining product.
Yeah,
So I think that's
100% agree, David. American football wins by.
This
Miles.
is not fair because I'm surrounded by Americans because the rest of the world would say English football.
Yeah, maybe they're
100%.
right.
But you know, I get it. It's your guys' biggest sport, even if it's not the biggest sport.
Wait, real quick.
What is the biggest sport in the world?
Cricket.
It's not.
No, it is.
It's not. It's the second biggest. Football. Soccer is the biggest. Is the biggest sport.
It's cricket.
Cricket's the second biggest.
We're getting a little heated.
Fact check. We'll be back next week with the.
That'll be in the
answer.
Temple Sports.
Wait,
updates.
real quick, Tamsin. World Cup next summer.
Yes.
You excited for that here?
Very excited. I'm gonna go watch it in Atlanta.
That's fun.
What a great place to go watch. it.
Yeah.
There you go. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. That was a pretty entertaining segment of Temple Takes. I hope our audience appreciate it. Remember, as always, if you have takes, if you want to give your own take on what we just talked about, or you have something you think we should talk about, fire in those DMs.
Our new Instagram.
Yes.
Everyone give it a like and follow.
You can still message Temple Sack. We always take messages. But go ahead and follow and send your takes to the Owl Podcast on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll look forward to your messages on there. But that'll do it for Temple Takes. Let's move into our final segment. I think this might be my favorite segment. I know we always say Temple Takes. This is my Owl or Foul, which for those new listeners is something that's soaring upwards. That would be the owl.
Mm-hmm.
Going well, going amazing.
Shout out to Soar, the American Conference mascot.
Every episode we shout out Soar.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only conference with a mascot. That'd be Soar. Foul is the opposite. You can kind of guess what that is. It's not working. Needs to be improved.
Mm-hmm.
let's start with our owl. We talked about it earlier in the episode. Let's give it up for the Owl faithful. This past weekend, the homecoming atmosphere was electric.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. It was honestly, it made, for the first time, I'll be honest, my Temple experience felt like a football school.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really did. It really felt like a football school down there. I appreciate that as a big college football fan myself.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to the Owl faithful showing up at Lincoln Financial Field. We need more of it going forward, especially this season.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. That'll be the Owl for the week. Amelia?
Foul. I guess I'll be the negative one for the day. We're gonna go scooter safety, or like just maybe reckless driving the scooters on campus.
We've talked scooters. I think we even had a take about driving your scooter to class.
Mm-hmm.
But the foul this week is going to be the overall safety of scooter drivers on campus, because it's kind of an issue. Whether you're walking on the sidewalk and someone just like brushes your shoulder because they can't like move 2 inches to the left or the right, or actually staying upright on your scooter.
Yeah.
And I think we got to work on our safety. And then also, let's not even forget, like, once you park the scooter, making sure you lock that scooter up.
Okay, well, this is a sensitive subject for me, David.
Very
because,
sensitive.
My scooter has gotten stolen.
How many times?
Only one.
No,
Yeah.
it was worth asking. You made it seem like it got.
Well, it was. I was like one of the first. Like at Temple, like I would say, like last year or no, 2 years ago, like they started really getting stolen, and this was a very nice scooter. And I was, of course, at Lyft at 6 a.m. and it got stolen. And talked to a really nice cop. He wasn't able to get it back, but yeah, still a little butthurt about that one.
Yeah. So scooter safety. Let's just, as a campus, let's just level up there. Let's take the safety on the scooter a little more seriously.
Also, like, our campus is, like, a good walkable campus. And I think the flying by of scooters ruins the vibe a little.
It does, but I will say I think it's an appropriate time to bring up scooter safety as the weather starts to turn and it becomes less nice to walk from point A to point B.
That is
so I think
true.
we're going to see more scooters on campus, if I had to guess. So
Yeah.
here's your PSA. Fix it. We don't want to talk about it again on the podcast.
Just be mindful of the pedestrians and
Take care of yourself.
use the bell, maybe? Or, like, please?
I'm gonna veto.
I'm kidding. I was joking.
I'm gonna veto that really hard. No bell. If I hear a bell, just don't ring.
I hope I see you on my scooter, and I'll ring you.
No bell. All right. Thank you, Tamsin, for coming on. We appreciate the time. Best of luck the rest of the season. We'll look forward to tuning in. And as always, go Owls.
Go Owls.
Go Owls.